Just go and check the chat on YouTube. Let's see if Nick can send me a message and let me know that he can hear me. Oh, can you hear me? Yep, I'm just going to drop a message in the chat. Okay, excellent. Okay. Right. Welcome everybody. It's either watching this live or just going to watch this later on. I believe this is the first Team v Team event organised by Nick Lana and Tom Hocking of Trax. Nick being from the Medway Racing League. Kindly put this together. I will pop a link in the comments in a bit. They are running this for charity, not pushing it massively, but if anybody does want to make a donation, that would be greatly appreciated. So I believe both teams are teams of 7. Various abilities have been picked. I know MRL set up a pre-event to pick the teams, so we've got a good spread of drivers there. Obviously I know a little bit more about the MRL drivers than I will do about Trax. Liveries have been chosen for both cars. The SLS Group 4 AMG is the first one we're in tonight, and then we move on to the Subaru WRX. Should be good, should be good. So, looking at the format for tonight, and we can see Tom on track. Race 1, it's going to be a 15-minute sprint race, as I said, Group 4 Merc SLS, which is a really nice car to drive, and one of my favourites actually. Should be some very close racing in this one. The tyres and fuel are set to ×1, so no issues really on strategy. This is just a straight race to the finish. We're racing around Spa GP circuit. It's going to be interesting to see what happens in qualifying with this, because you've got 7 teammates. Spa is definitely a track where gaining a little bit of toe can be an advantage in qualifying. It's not all about turn 1 though at Spa, is it? It's probably more about getting through Eau Rouge and Radion and getting the run down to the next corner. Forgive me for not knowing my corners at Spa. But if you can get in the slipstream, get through those S-bends and into the twisties in the lead, you've got an opportunity there to maybe try and break the toe. Race 2 is like I said, that's going to be in the Subaru WRX. There'll be a reverse grid as well, so whether that comes into play in the races, we will see. There might be a little bit more strategy in this one. So there will be some tyre wear. Fuel only at ×1, so that shouldn't be an issue. It's a 30-minute race, but there is a mandatory pit stop between 10 and 20 minutes. We'll see how people play that, whether they look to get out of traffic, whether they go long. And I believe that mediums and softs both have to be required, so you know, which tyre do you start? I'm sure all these things and all the permutations have been discussed between the teams prior to the event. It's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. So in terms of the drivers, and as I say, forgive me for not knowing the Trax guys too well. We've got Evo, Nappy Sack, which I believe is Tom, King Kian, Crafty, the Butchin, Vinny, and Spen33. Spencer and Tom have both raced with MRL recently. Spen certainly comes in and races on the Monday 100 mile series that we do. Multi-lobby, pace charts to work out the winners, so the winner can come from lobby 1, lobby 2, lobby 3. Great event to be part of. Both of them been involved. Actually had a really good battle with Tom in one of the recent races, so I know he's quick, and I know Spencer's quick. Looking at MRL, we've got Mike McGann, Mike BRFC, Apex Magnet, which is John Hardy, CCFC, which is Steve Maylard, TA Robson, Scott Robson, Wolf Boys, Chris Ward, Bish, Mike McGann, and Omen. I'm going to apologise, Omen, because I haven't picked up your name yet from racing. Yeah, again, varying abilities, some good drivers in there, so looking for a good performance out of MRL. And I probably will be a little bit biased. The one thing I am confident of is that all of these drivers are very clean, so we should see some really close racing. We'll try and keep the display up so you can see what drivers are doing, what they're doing with the car, whether they're shifting early, late, saving fuel, protecting tyres. Let's have a look who else is on track. So we've got the display set to nicknames. So we'll use that as we're going along. You're probably more familiar if you're racing GT7 by people's nicknames. So it looks like at the moment we've got Al Delamere currently setting the pace, 2:27.4. We'll watch him for a moment while I just put that link into the comments. Bear with me. There we go. So that link's in there. Looks like we've got a huge amount of people watching. But it's all good. Guys, if you can share it, we'll get more and more people online hopefully. Maybe we'll get a few that will watch it after. So Luke currently 1.3 seconds ahead of Apex Magnet, John Hardy. John very, very quick. I expect him to do well in a sprint format. He likes to run a car at qualifying pace. Definitely, if you race against Apex Magnet, you'll notice soft tyres, light fuel, and just flat out is the strategy he tends to. Not a massive fan, I don't think, of running hard tyres, fuel saving and coasting around. Brilliant bloke to race against, ever so clean, ever so respectful, very fast. And then we've got Scott, probably the wrong time to go to Scott there, sorry Scott. taking a little bit of an excursion, testing the limits of the track. Scott's actually a professional driver in real life, driving for what do you call it? Driving experience company, I suppose is the right thing. Taking people on hot laps. I know he particularly enjoys driving the Atom. Decent driver on Gran Turismo as well. Although I think busy with work and perhaps doesn't get on as much as he used to. Not far off the pace though. Being hassled by Vinny now. We've seen a little bit of free race niggling and pressure. Ooh, Vinny almost parking it on the grass. Okay, Flynn sitting there in 4th at the moment. Finding his way around the track, getting used to the car. And then TTR Vinny. And then we've got Sven, who we know is very quick. Had an absolutely fantastic race with Bish from MRL last night. Pretty much 60 minutes of nose to tail around the Red Bull Ring in the MRL 100 mile series. I watched the replay back last night and it was phenomenal. The pair of them were so close the whole race. In the last 2 laps, could have been anybody's. Now we can see Crafty on the track, followed by Apex. Really good to see the 2 very distinct liveries on the cars. Easy to pick out who's in what team, who you need to give a draft to. We'll see whether players decide to pull left or right to help their teammates with the tow. And we've got Chinny and Omen on track together. Omen's relatively new to MRL, but proven to be very quick on his day. I think he, in the right car, can definitely be up there. Tom again. Let's have a look what Mike's doing. Mike currently one of the quickest in MRL. Definitely Mr. Strategy. Can make fuel go forever, seemingly, on tyres. Definitely never out of it. Gotta be one of the favourites to stick it on pole tonight. No pressure, Mike. Let's go on board with Mike for a little bit. See where he makes his time up. So he's using the full width of the track. Have a look at his throttle and brake. The great thing with these Group 4s is you can be a little bit more aggressive on the throttle and brake. We'll probably see very different driving styles when we get into the Group 3s, where the throttle and brake application needs to be a little bit more precise. You can see with these settings that the fuel and tyre wear is absolutely minimal. What I'm not sure of is what we're doing weather-wise. See if Nick knows and can pop that in the chat for me. You have got the variable weather as far, so the potential for rain. I don't know if they're running the settings just random, or whether we're running it with fixed conditions. Oh, Johnny Hastings offering to be a guest commentator. Can we make that work, Johnny? If you want to jump in, you're a Trax boy. Happy to get you in the chat, mate. If you want to do a bit of co-commentating. Invite me to a chat, and we'll see if it works. Nick can let us know if you can still hear you. Okay, so that was a lap by Mike. Oh, right, he's gone first. So looking like Al Delamere is definitely a pole threat at the minute. To be half a second up on Mike, it must be extremely quick. Getting it a little bit wrong there. Okay. This new cockpit view from GT7 is great for replays. I'll have a look at this interview later on. This is the one that we'll be using mostly. Can't park there, Mike. Bloody hell. Right, let's have a look and see what Al Delamere's doing, because he is flying. Gone quicker still, a second up. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. Could absolutely run away with it if he's running true pace there. Right, Mike's asked me to put in the chat when we're good to go, so let's let him know and then he'll start qualifying. So I believe we've got 10 minutes of qualifying here. Picking up a tow will definitely give you a little bit extra around the lap, so we'll soon find out if people have spoken in their teams, worked out a plan, whether they're going to sacrifice laps to strategically get people up the grid. Right. Qualifying's a go. So let's stay on board with Al Delamere, since he was the quickest. There was a bit of hustle and bustle on the way out the pit lane. Be careful not to pick up penalties. So the first Team v Team, Trax versus Medway Racing League is underway. So Spen dropping back. Delamere doesn't look like he wants to wait around. He wants to find some space. So got CCFC out there. Is he stuck in the pits? I hope not. Maybe he's waiting. He comes straight out of the pits, over the grass. Take one of the MRL boys out. Might with a 3-second penalty, so that's what happens if you are a little bit too eager on the way out of the pits. Luckily, he's going to lose that penalty before he gets to the line. Right, looks like Johnny is going to try and get in on this chat, so let me join that conversation. Johnny Hastings, you alright, mate? Oh, I'm good. Right, let me just see if Nick can hear us both now that we're on. Yeah, Nick, can you hear Johnny on the stream now? Just pop a message in the YouTube chat. Oh, right, it says he can't hear you. Okay. Tell you what then. Yeah, see if you need to share. Nick, right, Johnny's just changed his voice chat settings, so can you hear him now? Let's see if you can. Right. So you've raced with all these boys, Johnny. No, still can't hear. I wonder if I'll need to stop the stream, start it again quickly with us in the chat. Okay, try that. Right, Nick, let us know if Johnny's going to rejoin the chat now, so let us know if you can hear him. Any better, Nick? Can you hear him? In the group chat you need to enable your voice settings or something. Let's have a look. I wonder if it's in my settings that I need to change it. Hold on. Three little dots, oh yeah. Hold on. I haven't got those options. How long we got? 5 minutes in. I've got add to favourites, turn notifications off, leave group or view group. Ah. Oh, here we go. Right, voice chat settings, yeah. Microphone, share your voice. No, it's on don't allow, so I've allowed that. Voice chat connection auto. Mute voice if it turns on you when I don't want that. What? Nick, can you hear Johnny yet? I don't think so. I think what might be better to do is if we quickly restart the stream. And then it should allow you in the chat because it'll ask me. Right, let's do that. Executive. No, stay in the party and all I do is restart the stream. Yeah, executive decision, stop broadcast.